From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordo, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Friday, December 15th. It is a fantastic start to this Friday. Really nice day out there ahead. We're going to get up into the mid-50s, sunshine as well, with hardly any wind. There is a chance this weekend by Saturday evening for some rain. Otherwise, though, get out and enjoy it. Happening today, a major traffic change on the southwest side of Indianapolis. INDOT says eastbound 465 between I-70 and US 31 will be down to one lane, so crews can move drivers to the new eastbound lanes. It's part of the I-69 finish line project connecting the interstate to 465. INDOT says the lanes will start to close at 9 tonight. That will last until Monday morning. It's so crews can move traffic to the new eastbound lanes and then start all of the work on the westbound side. Speed in the construction zone will be down to 45 miles per hour. Several ramps near 465 will also close tonight. Those include I-70 westbound, State Road 67, Man Road, State Road 37, and US 31. In Pacers Watch, the team is planning a special service to honor one of its all-time greats, George McGinnis. As we told you yesterday in breaking news, McGinnis died several days after suffering cardiac arrest. He was a star at every level, a high school Mr. Basketball who became an All-American at IU and a Hall of Famer and two-time ABA champion in the pros. Coach Rick Carlisle revered him. The burial plans for McGinnis is private. The Pacers are planning a celebration of life for him at Gainbridge Fieldhouse next year. McGinnis was the state's Mr. Basketball in 1969 at George Washington. The school is sharing special memories of him, sharing some photos from his high school years. In a social media post, the IPS school writes that it lost one of its shining stars and that George Big Mac McGinnis contributed to the history books of GWHS and the world in ways that we will never forget. A statement from IPS headquarters called McGinnis one of the greatest to come out of the city. Wish TV is your education station. The Indianapolis Public School Board has approved a 7.4% raise for school workers and staff. The district says the 2-year contract will help union workers. IPS employees will get around a $2,000 pay increase. Plus, the lowest paid employees will go from $11 an hour to $16 an hour. The contract also includes paid time off, floating holidays, summer work schedule accommodations, and a potential salary bump for employees who reach 10 years in the district. It's set to go into effect in July. The Indianapolis Fire Department may expand this time into Wayne Township. Leaders say the Township Fire Department is facing difficulty maintaining its stations while dealing with rising equipment and salary costs. The Township Board is set to introduce a resolution on the change next month.
Our revenue, our tax revenues, and the population isn't supporting a standalone department for much longer. That's why we're looking at this and having this discussion, because we have the choice to either cut services or borrow money, and neither one of those options are something we want to do.
IFD has already merged with most of Marion County's other fire departments. Among the townships, only Wayne, Decatur, and Pike still have independent service. Now to IT Mate. Police in Gary are working to get guns off the streets with a new gun turn-in program. City leaders tell us they're also handing out gun locks. While murder rates in the city are very high, numbers are down this year. Police, though, say guns are still a huge issue. To try to help solve crime problems, a dozen police reform ordinances were passed in the fall. The mayor's office and police say getting a handle on violence is a top priority.
Person losing their lives to senseless gun violence, it's really just too many. But when we have what seems to be an epidemic or pandemic of violence in our own homes that is gun-led, we can do better.
The mayor says they're also working with Indiana State Police to fix crime in the city. In your multicultural spotlight, the Indiana Chamber of Commerce is working to get driving cards in the hands of undocumented immigrants. It's been more than 15 years since immigrants were able to legally get a driver's license here in Indiana. In 2007, state leaders passed a law saying you must be a citizen to get a license, permit, or vehicle registration. For people like Mari Luna, it was life-changing. Her father was in jail for 10 months after driving without a license. Now she says the Chamber of Commerce has the opportunity to to help make a difference at the State House.
This is definitely going to be a game changer because a lot of politicians, decision makers, and individuals that just have a stake in business in Indiana look up to the Chamber of Commerce and kind of setting the pathways.
A bill that would let undocumented immigrants get driving cards did not move out of committee at this year's legislative session. State Representative Earl Harris says he hopes to bring it back up in 2024. Happening now, the Colts are hosting the largest single-day blood drive in the state. The Bleed Blue Drive is a partnership with Versity. It started at Lucas Oil Stadium at 7:30 this morning and goes until 5:30. Organizers are hoping that more than 1,000 people will donate. One donation can save up to 3 lives. Everyone who tries to give blood will get a limited edition Colts football and be entered to potentially win tickets with pre-game sideline passes. Speaking of the Colts, former Colts cornerback Marlon Jackson's Fight for Life Foundation is helping make the holidays bright for local students. The foundation teamed up with Toys for Tots to give students at Frederick Douglass School 19 a Christmas party. Each student received a toy for the holidays. Jackson says his own experiences sparked the foundation's work.
I had a lot of difficulties growing up, a lot of barriers within my community, within my household. So I know the power of experiences, of those connections that are made between loving, caring adults and children who are in need, and what that can do for you in terms of your spirit and hope and belief and all those good things that we need to turn into the people that we're meant to be.
The Fight for Life Foundation also recently launched a software program designed to help students with social and emotional learning. It is almost the holidays, and airlines are expecting frenzied demand over Christmas week and New Year's, projecting it will be their busiest holiday travel season. United, Delta are both expecting around 9 million travelers each throughout the holiday week. Airlines, to ensure they were well prepared for holiday rush, boosted their schedules earlier this year as demand started to build. People are tipping less as Americans keep pushing back against increasing requests. Payroll provider Gusto says gratuities for workers in several industries are down compared to prior years. As of November, workers in leisure and hospitality roles, not including restaurant workers, made an average of $1.28 an hour in tips, down 7% from the $1.38 an hour a year earlier. This follows statistics from Toast showing that tips for restaurant workers dipped to some of the lowest levels since the pandemic. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and, of course, like us on Facebook.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.